Hello then, welcome to Face Off. I am Nelta Egbe. In 2004, the National Assembly introduced something that many Nigerians never really paid attention to. That was called the State of the Nation Address, which was supposed to be a bill that they passed then, but it wasn't assented to, and they've done it again in 2010, and finally in 2013 it was passed, and again the president has sent it back to them that it's going to be a problem, so they should work on it or something. Is there a problem? What is wrong with the State of the Nation Address? Is it going to be causing any problem? Accordingly, it says it's, according to the National Assembly, flouting the State of the Nation Address, or bill, rather, flouting it is an impeachable offense. It's going to give the National Assembly powers to summon the president to account for his stewardship. Now, it's an appraisal of the administration's performance to be delivered on the first legislative day of July of any year. So it's not about a particular administration, to focus on national security, economy, foreign policy, social justice. But is this what is needed? According to the letter by the president to the National Assembly, this is already a duplication of what's in the Constitution, because according to Section 16 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, the president is to address a joint house of the National Assembly at his discretion. What is wrong with the president having his powers of discretion? What is wrong with that? Why do we need to entrench the State of the Nation Address in the Constitution? Is it absolutely necessary? Are there no other things that should be focused on? Well, I have two lawyers in the House, both of them constitutional lawyers. Hopefully they'll help us understand the Constitution and the desire of the National Assembly to have the State of the Nation Address. And two of them are here. Mr. Tunde Kolawola, thank you for coming on the program.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Ebi.
And on this other side is Mr. Shakiru Omolaja. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Gentlemen, 10 seconds each to make your opening statements. We're in court.
Well, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has been given additional responsibilities. He has also been given an opportunity to showcase his talent, and he is balking. He says that he doesn't want it. For me, I would think that's marks of dereliction of duty.
Thank you.
I disagree with you absolutely. Like the president himself has said, you are overloading me. Why are you taking away my constitutional right to freedom of thought, conscience, and expression? Why will you not want to concentrate on your job, the overwhelming oversight functions that you have? Why will you compel me to come and talk to you at your will and caprice, subject to your will and caprices? No. And I think it's not right. It's a violation of his fundamental human rights, and it's a violation of his constitutional rights.
Thank you very much. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll delve straight into our discussion. But as we go on break, let's listen to what the Senate President said when he read the letter from the President.
It will therefore amount to a duplication to enact legislation on the same subject matter. This is more so as the proposed legislation seeks to circumscribe the President's discretion regarding whether or not he should attend the joint meeting of the National Assembly or of any meeting or either house of the National Assembly. The time to present the address is determination of which policy of government is of national importance for the purpose of an address. In addition to the threat of the use of coercive powers in the event of non-compliance, this, in my humble view, is inconsistent with the doctrine of separation of powers and the letter and spirit of the Constitution.
Welcome back. Many years back, the American government introduced the State of the Nation, the State of the Union Address. It was first done by George Washington. But then the Constitution of the Americas in Article 11, Section 3 merely provides that the President shall from time to time give to Congress information of the State of the Union and recommend to their consideration such measures as he judges necessary. South Africa first did it in 1994, and it was first done by President Nelson Mandela. Till date, it's not in their constitution. Ghana and Zimbabwe have it in their constitution. Now, all around the world, countries use the opportunity of the State of the Nation Address to advance good governance and the well-being of the people. So, should we bring it back home to Nigeria? Gentlemen, you gave your opening statement first. You came second. So, you asked the first question.
Just why do you think the National Assembly should now bypass what that they have to do? Like, they are not passing law that the president should be compelled to build refineries. Why would they just concentrate on eroding his fundamental right to thought and expression, please.
I disagree. When you look at Section 2, Part 4.2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it says that the National Assembly shall have powers to make law for the good governance, security, and development of the nation. So if you see the National Assembly working with that ambit, with the new law they have made, I don't see in whatever way they have abridged the powers of the president in terms of his freedom of thought, instead of freedom of opinion, and in terms of going to the National Assembly to address them. Precisely what the National Assembly has simply done is to say, look, Mr. President, given our antecedent as a nation, given the fact that most times when the presidency or when the executive arms of government have addressed the National Assembly, they are present their budgetary the bill for the budget. They go to sleep. They never go back to the National Assembly. They never talk to Nigeria until the following year when they have to come back with another bill. Appropriation bills and another. It is given that fact that the National Assembly is now saying, look, we want to make a law to compare the executive arm of government, especially the presidency, to give us a kind of scorecard of what the achievements have been within a prevailing period of time.
That is
what the president is now saying. He doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to do.
The legislators who are doing this, how many of them have gone back to their constituencies to report back to the constituents, to the electorate? This is what we have done for you. How many of them?
What are the functions of the people in the National Assembly? They make laws, they do oversight functions,
and
also they also minister to...
How many of them have gone back home?
Oh, of course.
And they are saying to the president, why are they not starting with themselves?
How many days of the year do the people in the National Assembly see? Maybe about 160 something days. The rest of those days are dominated. Is devoted principally to visiting their different constituencies to brief them.
Have they been doing that?
What is all the oversight functions all about? Every time now and then you see the people in the National Assembly travel to the different parts of the country to really monitor what the executive and also to hold meetings in their different constituencies.
No, the oversight function is to look at ministries, contracts, and whatever.
We are diverting attention. We should focus on what.
No, but that the question is relevant.
No. You are diverting attention. What
no, I'm not diverting
the issue is that this National Assembly has made a law. Has passed a bill compelling the president to give a State of the Union address, and the president is saying no. Why is he walking away from it?
All I am saying
just
is that what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Of course,
the legislators, in their wisdom, could say that you come and address us, come and give us a scorecard.
Yes.
How about the legislators telling us what laws they have passed for Nigeria, for the benefit of Nigeria? How many of them have gone back to their constituencies, to say this is what we have done? Let us hold a town hall meeting. What we have done for you, come and ask us questions. If they cannot do it, then they do not have the moral ground to compare the president. Have you seen the language?
I am not too sure you keep abreast of what is happening in the different constituencies, for example. I give one instance.
Yes.
Have you been watching the national televisions lately? Most of the activities that goes on in the floors of the National Assembly are broadcast.
No, I'm not talking about television broadcast.
It's just one of those things.
No.
Of keeping the different constituencies abreast of what is happening.
This is not about you or I.
And apart from that,
ask you one question, please?
The National Assembly have just gone back, they just returned from their recess.
This is not about
what were they doing?
The man that represents you,
how
many of your senators have gone back home to tell you what they have done since they have been in the Senate?
Well, if your own representative has
tell us now.
Mine has been doing it.
What is his name?
Us on a regular basis.
What is his name?
Kako is here. He represents my constituency. Is it Mushi one constituency?
I ask you, is it Mushi?
Oh, of course, I see him on a weekly basis.
So you are not sure.
I have just cited my own example
that
my own representative brings us on a regular basis.
Okay, but hold on.
We are always in contact with him, and he's always in contact with us.
Is it that the State of the Nation Address Bill is an outward expression of the discontent of the lawmakers?
Oh, of course, it is one of it. I have given an example here that most time when the people of the executive arm of government, especially the president and the governors, presented their bill, their appropriation bill, that is the budget, on a yearly basis, they never have cause again to talk to Nigeria as regards what they do in the executive arm of government. And the National Assembly is now saying, look, enough is enough for this. We want to know what you are doing. We want to see what activities you have done in terms of advancing the development of democracy.
I think they are
Mr. President, rather than yielding and rather than considering to what the National Assembly have done, I simply said, look, you cannot dictate to me how I do the governance.
They are
and I'm saying that the National Assembly, by the provision of the Constitution,
why would they
have all the powers to make laws for the good governance of this country. And that the law they have made at compelling the president to pass the State of the Union is one of the executive, I mean, is one of those powers to compel him to do what he said, to compel him to deliver on the defense of democracy.
In the introduction that we were given,
and it's within the ambits of the
America that we are trying to copy,
yes,
has it in the Constitution, but does not give a specific time.
I agree.
Now,
I agree.
the president, since he has been president, has been addressing the nation.
How many times has he done that?
He has done it several times.
How many times?
Pressmen have been... No, he has done it. He has done it severally. Are you there?
Can you count it? I can count on my finger the number of times the president has
but he has done it.
When he was going to slam state of emergency, in 3 states of emergency, he did it.
Before then,
and also remember, each time he wants to deliver his appropriation with the report, each time he wants to address
usually we know the January broadcast.
He goes to the National Assembly.
I'm not talking about January broadcast.
And I'm also aware once in a while the media men coerce him to give a press conference.
Well, I don't know about you. Were you present when the media men coerced him to come and address them?
Oh, of course, he doesn't have to.
I think it's other way around.
To carry cordials or cutlass to compel the president to do that.
You were trying to accuse me that we were diverting.
Yes.
But I still ask you, the legislators, what moral ground do they have to now say you come and talk to us when they themselves
you are begging the question? It's like I'm asking you a question and
he has told you of his own representative.
Exactly, right. He briefs me. And I'm sure
he briefs you. Also,
I am just using that in parentheses. I'm using that in parentheses, in quotation. That is to say, he briefs his consistency. And if the man briefs his consistency, that is not the issue. The issue is, on our table today, is the State of the Union address that the National Assembly has had the Mr. President to be delivered. Is it right or wrong?
Okay.
Is it necessary or not?
Have you looked at the language? Have you looked at the language?
To make such a bill,
is it a problem of the language of the bill?
Honestly, I should think so.
I don't think so. I have read all the excuses that Mr. President has given for not wanting to assent to this bill. He says Section 1 of it is in violent conflict with Section 67 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I said no. What does Section 67 say? He says that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria may address the National Assembly on certain national issues and not may. That is the operating way. It is not compulsory. But the new bill seems to make it compulsory for Mr. President to address the National Assembly on state of the nation. So that is the difference.
No.
He also says that...
but is there anything wrong with addressing the National Assembly and indeed the nation on a daily basis?
That is why I say, I am sorry to use the word, it's like the president trying to shirk his responsibility.
No,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, is there anything wrong?
He's giving him more opportunities to showcase his achievements. They are giving him more opportunities to really tell the nation what is happening, what problem and what challenges there are. And the man is saying, I don't want to do it. And I say that is wrong.
Okay, let's hear.
There's a division of labor here.
Yes.
I am in the executive. You are in the legislature. You concentrate on your job. When I have things to say to the nation, I will tell you that I'm briefing the nation.
How many times has he said, how many times has he used such opportunities
for goodness sake,
to address the nation?
He has addressed the nation in the past.
I have told you I can count it on my finger how many times he has done that. And I'll give you 2-3 examples.
The fact
when he did it.
He's not doing it as simple as you want. It's not saying the same that he has not done it. And it says, do not erode into my constitutional right.
We have cited the example of America where we have borrowed this state of the nation thing.
Can you just wait a minute?
In which we said,
you spoke like
the president of the Federal Republic of America also has the powers to go to their own National Assembly and address the National Assembly. Still, it is made incumbent on him. It's also compulsory for him to address the state of the nation.
Let's hear his own logic.
You have spoken like a lawyer now.
Yes.
Alluding to may and shall.
Yeah.
You know, as a lawyer, when you say shall, it becomes you have no discretion in the matter.
Exactly.
But the Constitution already says, Section 67 that you quoted,
67
says may. The president may. That's when he had good reasons to address the nation. He comes and addresses the nation. It does not have to be just taken for granted that now every July
you are misunderstanding the bill that has been passed in the
No, certainly
not.
not.
What they are saying is that we want your scorecard. That is what they are asking.
The question I'm asking is, why do they want to compel him? No. Do you know the mischief?
You will come to the National Assembly and address on your scorecard. That is what they are asking to do. We want to know what you have achieved.
Do you know there's a mischief? Again, I appeal to your training as a lawyer.
Yes.
You know there's a mischief rule. The mischief behind that legislation is head in terrorem. That is his head to terrorize the presidency.
I don't think so.
Wait a minute. If he does not do it according to their whims and caprices now, they're not threatening with impeachment.
Not according to their whims and caprices.